Good afternoon. How's it going? Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Time progresses on, and I'm just gonna do this and not say anything. Yeah. How we doing? How's everybody's day going? Hope everyone's well. Wah. We're back with Lucky. To him eating lunch. Well, there we go then. That means I'm allowed. That makes it okay. Technically, there's nothing wrong with me eating lunch on stream, but I think I've put it as a bingo, as an attempt to sort of say to my brain of like, look, try to do this stuff before you start because it eats into your stream time. Ironically, eating eats into your stream time. And I think that's why I put it on the bingo of like, try not to, if you can. But today we were not successful. Gone to the office, had a catch up with an assistant psychologist. Also, it's wellbeing week, so I had a health check done and a bag of goodies. Aw, nice. That sounds lovely. I successfully did the email I mentioned last night. I mentioned yesterday that I had done a bunch of jobs and was really proud of myself, and then 2 seconds later went, shit, but I didn't send that email that I needed to send. I sent it. I have sent the email. So now I am awaiting a response. I hope they get back to me soon because, spoilers, guys, this was an email I should have sent literally about, like, 3-4 months ago. And, in not sending it, I may have fucked some things up. And I'm hoping that's not the case, and I am dreading receiving the response to be like, yeah, no, and then I'm gonna have to do the walk of shame and be like, hey guys, you know that job that you asked me to do? Well, I didn't do it. And now shit's messed up. So I'm dreading that. Fingers crossed they come back with an email. They answer me with, yeah, it's fine. But there is a non-zero chance that they do come back and say, no, it's not fine. At which point I'm a little bit fucked, and a lot of people are going to be very upset with me. And I guess I cross that bridge when I burn that bridge when we come to it. Is the re-saying of the saying. Yeah, we burn that bridge when we come to it. I successfully sent the email. And I am just going to pray that it is fine. I may not be ignoring a very important email. Yeah, it be like that. I know it sounds like I'm making up an excuse, and I really try not to use it as an excuse, but it really does feel that it was just peak ADHD of I continually going, oh, I need to send that email, and then just forgetting. It wasn't intentional. I just kept forgetting because my memory's so shit, and I get distracted by stuff. There's a specific name for pushing together phrases like that, but I forget it. Yeah, there is. I also forget what it is. Yeah, because that's a fusion of don't burn your bridges and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, which is we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I'm executive dysfunctioning and also scared. Yep. Yep. I've got it done. I'm being a little vague at the moment, but I don't necessarily have to be. It's to do with the wedding, which is why it's really bad if I get an email back going no, because it means that we've got to change a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be bad. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm making an excuse, but also congrats on leaving the person with undiagnosed ADHD in charge of planning the entire event. Because, Michael, we're fine. We're fine. I pray. I pray that we are fine. So yeah. Um. Yeah. Which leads on to the then I needed to go shower and wash my hair because my hair was kind of greasy, and because my hair is so thick and fluffy, and that's not a bit, it is in fact thick and fluffy. It takes a long time to one wash and to dry, and thus we have stream pot noodle. Is Spook not planning any of it? Not to throw shade on Spook, but he's kind of not. he's kind of not. Which my parents are critiquing him heavily for. If I ask him to do something, he probably will do it. But he is not instigating anything himself. But to be fair, he says that's because he organizes literally everything else in my life. He sorts out getting the bills paid. I just send him money for things, and he sorts out them getting actually paid. I send him the money, and he sorts that out. So, I kind of said, you know what, fair, you do manage 90% of, like, everything. So I will do this. But of course that comes with the downside of me forgetting to do shit and me putting shit off because, the neurospicy brain is like, August, that's fucking 9 months away. I got loads of time. I don't have to worry about shit. And I got, like, my mom, and it's mainly my mom. I was going to say mom and dad. It's mainly just mom. I got my mom breathing down my neck going, it's not fine. It's not fine. It's your day, deal with it. I mean, kinda, yeah. Spook would be happy to sign the paper and go home. And, go back to sleep, probably. He was like, should we just elope? Should we just sign the paper and then fucking leave the country for like a week and the family can deal with it? And it was me who was like, no, I want to get everyone together. You don't get me, it's a special thing. So he was like, fine, if you want that to happen, you organise it. And I went, oh shit. So that's on me. Yeah. I'm also just like stirring this pot noodle. I have no idea if the sound of it's coming over the microphone, for which I apologise, but yeah. I'm just stirring the pot noodle while it absorbs. Oh no, consequences for my decisions. I know, right? It turns out if I want to have a nice wedding with all the family invited, I have to plan a nice wedding and invite all the family. Go figure. Who could have foreseen this turn of events? Who could have known? Astounding. Mm-hmm. There you go, it's ready now. And all those people are going to be very upset if they don't have food. I'm 100% on board with just signing the papers and being married. Logistically, that is all we're doing. I haven't really talked about any of the wedding plans with anybody, except obviously speak of my family, but like with friends and stuff, because obviously a lot of the friends are invited. I actually haven't talked a lot about any of the stuff. But if you couldn't tell, me and Spook are not religious people. So we're not doing a church wedding. We are doing a registry wedding, which is literally just the legal, sign the document, congrats, you're married. But we are having a party afterwards to celebrate. And that is the bit that is mostly requiring a lot of planning. And I keep pointing at Spook and going, it's your fault, because my family is quite small and consists of about 8 people, which would be my mum, my dad, my brother, his now wife and child, my aunt and uncle, and 2 cousins, and then that's kind of about it. You can count my family on 2 hands. That's kind of about it. And then there's fucking Spook over here, whose fucking family tree is like a fucking rabbit warren. Jesus Christ. My friends did that, and then books a pub, did a buffet for the reception. Basically what we're doing. We haven't booked a pub, we've booked like a function room, because a pub would not be big enough for the horde that is Spook's extended family. Technically, it's John's fault. Technically, it's John's fault, but it's fun to blame Spook. They had an entire tray of gluten-free stuff for me and one other person. Oh, that's really sweet. One thing I have got booked for it, we've got the venue, which is good, and the venue is providing a lot of stuff, except the food, which is the bit we're getting hung up on. I'm getting hung up on. But I'm hiring a caterer. It's funny that I'm talking about this while I'm eating. The email that I needed to send was to the caterer. But alongside a caterer, also from a different company, I'm getting a pizza oven. And we're getting fresh pizza made. And that one is sorted. So hey, at least there'll be pizza. And I did specify the people that are doing it are like, oh, we bring ingredients for 4 kinds. 4 kinds of pizza, so pick the 4 kinds that you want. So we've gone for plain margarita, because obviously very inoffensive. We've gone for a meat, a veggie, and I don't remember what the other one was, but we asked them specifically of like, hey, the veggie one, can you also make dairy free? Because interestingly, out of all of the people that are coming, because we did sort of inquire about dietary requirements, as far as we've been told, nobody has any problems with gluten, but there's 1 or 2 people that have problems with lactose, so we have dairy free. There is no pineapple. There is no pineapple. It's my wedding, and I get to declare that there is no pineapple on pizza. Vegan, yeah. We asked them to make the vegetarian vegan by making the cheese dairy free. So there's a vegan pizza. The 4th is a mystery. It kind of was going to be a mystery. I don't remember what I picked. I could check. Go check. Because that is booked. That's booked, like deposit paid. That's booked. I don't have to worry about that one. What did I go for? We went for margarita, pepperoni, vegetarian, which is also vegan, and a cheeseburger pizza was the wild card. Because literally they were like, you can pick 4, and I was like, well, 3 covers everybody, really. You got plain, meat, and veggie, and then we were like, what the hell do we pick for the 4th? We went for cheeseburger. To just be ridiculous. Curveball, and it's a sweet pizza with chocolate sauce. Yo, you ever had, like a proper dessert pizza? As in, like, I had once a place that was, it was advertised on the menu as a dessert pizza. The base was cookie dough. The base was cookie dough. It was delicious. Cheeseburger, okay. You're telling me that in America they don't have cheeseburger pizzas? I say that like they're really common in England. Let me clarify. They're not. They're not common, which is why we chose them, because we thought it was funny. Because we're inviting a bunch of Americans to the wedding. So we chose the cheeseburger pizza because we thought it was funny. Man, I freaking love warm cookie dough. You know these dessert parlors that have, like, just a tray of warm cookie dough that you can eat, where it's like, you know, it's like cookie dough that has only been, like, half-baked. Like, it's warm, but it's not a cookie. And it's like, it's delicious. And you need pre-glutening a friend and I made a death pizza. Death pizza? What the hell? Speak more on that. brace yourselves. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's fine, Growlithe, I get it. The thoughts are coming too fast. The thoughts are coming too fast. Get your thoughts out. So I'm looking at this ref because I need to move things around. Taking this opportunity to just inhale the pot noodle. The base was a mixed meat pizza. We then added chicken strips, burger, several different kinds of cheese, popcorn chicken, and then pepperoni pizza as a lid. Oh my god, I'd eat it. I'd also die. Yeah, that's a death pizza. I'd eat it though. That's literally holy shit. That's insane. I would eat it. Multiple of each toppings, but like one burger. It was tasty. Yeah, it sounds delicious. I could probably eat like a slice. It sounds great.
On the horizon of this forest path, you see a group of dark, cloaked figures slowly trudging towards you. What do you do? My half-orc barbarian braces her great hammer, and that's a 1. Critical fail. Steve, what do you do? Well, I believe in
yeah, I've never ordered one because I've always kind of been like, eh. But I think generally when you see somewhere that offers a cheeseburger pizza, it is basically a pizza and the toppings are generally the things you find in burgers. You know, it's not like it's not like they've tried to make a physical burger, so it's like a pizza base. And they'll instead of tomato sauce, they might use a burger sauce. And then they'll have like the ground beef, but like torn up into bits rather than like a big patty. And then it'll have like, you know, some onion, maybe a bit of tomato. It varies on place to place. Cheeseburger sauce, kind of thing. That's like the vibe. They're not common. Yeah, not a regular occurrence. No, I imagine not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Oh, delicious. I've been trying not to eat too many of these pot noodles, but they are literally the best answer when it's like, oh shit, it's 10 minutes till stream and I still haven't eaten. Well, pot noodle time. Alright, let me go wash my face real quick. The fucking noodle splashback when you are slurping noodles and the sauce just in your face and you're like, eh! Especially my theory of being intolerant to gluten before developing celiac was right, Jesus. Worst thing I've probably eaten was that sandwich I told you all about. Oh yeah, I think I remember, and I was like, what? Alright, what is... I'm literally just like, what is typically on a cheeseburger pizza? What is typically on the cheeseburger pizza? A blend of mozzarella and red cheddar. Beef. beef, tomatoes, gherkins. Forgot the pickles, yeah. Gherkins, red onion. And that looks to be the main for that one. Yeah. And the Domino's one is tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, double portion of ground beef, sliced tomatoes, gherkins, chopped onions, and burger sauce. That's a cheeseburger pizza. So it still looks like a pizza. It's just the toppings are the components of the burger, rather than trying to, there's no stacking happening. Also, I'm now vegetarian, fair. 2 grilled cheese sandwiches as the bread, 3 quarter-pound hot dogs, like 9 strips of bacon and more cheese. Also insane. Considering that I am now pleasantly full from that pot noodle, I see these food things and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so good. I could eat maybe 3 bites. 3 bites is probably the best I could do. And then I'd be like, ugh, I'm gonna be sick, which is crazy. Because back in the day, I could inhale food. There's a very famous sort of story in the friend group, which is when I out-ate Trips, and I can't do that anymore, which I've said a couple of times before, was because I got very badly sick, and I got so badly sick that I injured my stomach, and basically couldn't eat properly for like 2 months, and even though I can now eat, my stomach is clearly just reduced in size from that period, and has never really recovered. I just don't have as big an appetite since then. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I couldn't eat properly for a really long time, because even after I'd got over the sickness, I had pulled like the muscles in my stomach so bad that it was basically just constant pain whenever I ate. Like the moment there was like food in my stomach and my stomach was like, okay, we're time to digest things, it would just hurt. It would just hurt. So I just didn't want to eat. Because also constant pain really kind of like makes you not hungry. But yeah, so eventually got over it and can eat normally, but haven't been able to eat the same since then. Way reduced portion size. Right, we're not having a bio to sort of change gears and actually get into work mode now that I've been here for like 20 minutes and not actually done any work. This is why eating on stream is technically considered a bad thing. Wow. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We're not having the bio anymore, so I'm gonna have to mess around with the layout a bit. Let me see what Pirate said. Me and Pirate have 2 separate chats to avoid confusion, which is we have just our regular DMs, so we can talk like friends, and then we've got a separate chat for commissions. Keep it professional. Right, scrap the bio parts. Fine with not replacing it and just resizing and moving what you have to fill the space or anything you want to do with it. How about a little height comparison, like a silhouette of an average person, one of those, the three me's that you've got next to it should be around stomach. Bedtime thoughts. Okay. When did PK send that? PK sent that at 8. Cool. So they're not going to be waking up for a while if they went to bed at 8. They've only been asleep for 4 hours. So if I ask them anything, I'm not going to get a response. Well, for now, we'll carry on with the sketches and then we'll adjust it because they said maybe a height comparison, but obviously I'm kind of thinking maybe we put the palette down there. Because I've said that I'm not happy with the palette up here presently, and I didn't really know what to do with it, but maybe we can put it here instead. Gives us a bit more breathing room to put it, because it really is just kind of shoved up there at the moment, isn't it? Just kind of there. In fact, I'll put a little note for them to see when we wake up. Space could serve well as an alternate place for the palette. That's the thing, again, to go back to like the size of the stomach thing, if anything, the potting noodle is a prime example. That's a regular size pot noodle that I just ate, and I am full. And when I was younger, I would eat king size pot noodles and bags of crisps. Just the one. I don't know why I said multiple. And a bag of crisps and like chocolate bars and stuff afterwards. And now I'm like, baby pot noodle, full. I don't really need to do warm-up because literally the last thing I was doing before I went to bed was drawing, and now I've woken up and I'm drawing again. Do you want to see, before we go into this, do you want to see what I did last night? I did it for Galaxia, because Galaxia was asking me to do a thing to put on one of the billboards in the sea that they're doing, that you've seen on the stream. One upside of that is that it's cheaper. This is true. I don't eat as much, so I save money on food. Because either I make less, or I make the same amount and it lasts longer. I make a portion of food and I don't eat it, half of it. That's leftover food for tomorrow, baby. Keep an eye out for this in Galaxia streams. I think I understood the task. I think I did a good job. It's gonna be like that big in the background, but you know what it is now. You'll see, because like from far away, you'll be like, "What the hell is that?" But now you know. Now you know. Now you know what it is. Blue crashing into things is canon. It's incredibly canon. That's not a new development. That's incredibly canon. Back when I used to RP as Blue, Blue got into trouble all the time because of falling and crashing into things. It was like how 90% of the plot started that involved her. Of she would run into something, or fall out of like a tree or something and land on something. Well, here's a fun fact. Back in the day, again, this is something that I don't think I've ever really talked about. Back in the day when I RP'd as Blue, Blue did have wings, but she couldn't fly, and that was like a big plot point. That was like her like little bit of personal development kind of thing, her like personal story, because everybody has a bit of personal story. But being from another world, it's like, well, it's hard to have like backstory that affects the current plot when you're from a different world, so it's like, you know, you don't tend to have any of like the external factors that are relating to your backstory like present, like if there's any NPCs there or anything, you know, unless they came with you when you traveled, you know, it doesn't really have relevance, which for Blue it didn't. So for her, the relevance was her having these massive wings, and then eventually it being revealed that actually she can't fly. Which like literally didn't get revealed for a really long time. It was one of those things where it like nobody even really noticed for a while until it was brought up. It was literally just one RP where it was like, just fly over there, and Blue was like, no, I'm gonna walk. and it was only then when people were like, wait, why didn't she fly? And I was like, it's a good question, you should ask her. Actually, did the sketch wrong there, because I've done the bigger notch further down, but the bigger notch is higher up on the ear. But yeah, she was very good at climbing, so a lot of problems resulted in her like climbing up trees, and I think there was like probably about 5 different instances of Blue has climbed up a random tree that she found in a forest because she thought it looked comfy, has fallen asleep in the branches, and then has fallen out and landed on somebody who was underneath the tree. And it's like, it was literally kind of more like a comedy bit of like, oops, it happened again. Because it was just a very easy instigator, because it was one of those, because this isn't like a tabletop RP thing, it was a Minecraft RP. So it was one of those things where it's like, if you wanted to RP with someone, you just kind of had to message them and be like, hey, I want to RP with you. And there was always kind of the question of like, how do you instigate it? How do you instigate walking up and, you know, starting a conversation with someone? So my trope just became, Blue will just fall out the tree. And that just became the bit. The other bit was she would make people tea. That was the other bit. Because obviously I've got to have a character that enjoys making tea. If she didn't know you, she would fall out of a tree, and that would be how you meet. If she did know you, she would offer to make you a cup of tea. Because Blue is a sweetheart. And It wasn't meant to be a Ratatouille joke, but it kind of inadvertently ended up being that way, which was that she makes good tea because she can smell the good leaves and smell the good blends. And then someone was like the rat, and I was like, no, not like the rat. Okay, maybe it's a little bit like the rat, but it wasn't meant to be like the rat. What's funny was that, for RP purposes, I literally went round and DM'd a lot of the people that Blue regularly roleplayed with, and I actually asked them their characters' tea preferences, so that we could literally have it be a bit of Blue always knows exactly which tea people like. It was just like a funny little character thing, like, obviously it doesn't affect the plot at all, but it was always just a case of, like, coming to visit Blue, and Blue's like, hey, can I have a cup of tea? Hands peppermint tea with, you know, a teaspoon of honey, hands chai tea with goat's milk, and it's like, how? And she's like, she just knows. She just knows. She got a good sniffer. Tea oracle. Yeah, we did, even though it wasn't a TTRPG, there was a thing where we did, like, quote-unquote stat pages for them. They made up, like, some stats. The abbreviation was MACELIPS, and that abbreviation was the stat, so it was, like, MACELIPS, so it was Magic, Agility, C was Charisma, L was Luck, I was Intelligence. What was P? I've forgotten what P was. I don't remember. And S was Strength. I don't remember what P was. Oh, there it is. Perception. That's funny that I forgot that. I was like, do I still have this saved? I do! It's right here. Literally right here. There's my stat chart for Blue. It was a very simple one of each stat is 1 to 10, and you have X amount of points to divvy out. The diabolic low luck. Blue's luck was so bad. Her luck was, I think, the lowest. She was so unlucky. I think I put it as a 2 here, and I literally, when I said, like, she's super unlucky, and someone said, why is it a 2, not a 1? I said, it's a 2 because she's not dead. because of the kind of world that we were in. I was like, she has to have some luck, otherwise she would have died, because this kind of world is not friendly to her, shall we say. The world was not friendly to her, so I was like, if she had a 1 in luck, she would be absolutely have been caught by someone horrible and killed. Would I change this? I'd probably change this a little bit now. I'd probably lower strength a little bit and up charisma more. But yeah, but the fun thing about this is what I was going to say was that she had like a 9 in magic, no 10s you'll notice, not max anything, but very high agility and very high magic. But the thing was is that she had very high magic but wasn't necessarily a spellcaster, and the reason for that was literally she is a magic animal. She is a magic creature. Magic is just part of like the fiber of her being, so to speak. Eventually she started to learn some magic because she was friends with a bunch of mages and they were like, you need to learn some magic. But it was just like, yeah, she's just very, very passively a magical creature. Which meant that while she didn't do a lot of spells, she had a lot of like passive magical abilities, which is where it literally just became the fun thing of just like, how does she know what tea people like? Magic. Just say magic. Yeah, so I'd probably tweak that. Yeah, her I think again, like I'd also probably lower her endurance. I put her endurance higher, which literally tied into the luck thing of like she's had so much bad shit happen to her and she hasn't died, so she's evidently quite resilient. Yeah, fun little tidbit. I still have the stat sheet. It was more just it was kind of, I think the reason we had it in the stat sheet was so that we didn't have too many people being like overpowered of like I'm good at everything. It was kind of more of like a balancing thing, but in the grand scheme of things I don't think it mattered too much, but it was a fun exercise. Blue has always been around explosive experts. We use the term experts loosely. You can carbon date my drawings from when I used to draw in red. Perfect song for that line. Back in the day. Fun times. I remember them fondly. I still haven't oiled the chair. It's only when I sat down and streamed that I remember it needs oiling. What? Because I knew the pot noodle would fill me up, I didn't make a cup of tea. So maybe around 4 or something we'll have a tea break. Angry Cobble. Let me grab you. Do you think you'll go to Ferality? Absolutely. Absolutely I will. Also, hello, Ace. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go to Ferality. I love the theme this year. Not sure what I want to do for it. You got plenty of time. We got... Was it 6 months? 5 months? 5? No, 6. What exactly is Ferality? Ferality is a online VR furry convention held in VR chat. I was against the theme, but it's growing on me. Really? I love it. It was Umbra's theme that I was like, oh man, like sci-fi? I'm really not into sci-fi, but eventually I kind of got into it and I was like, hell yeah, I'm having a good time, and I got some fancy clothes on my Nova Beast to sort of get into the theme of it, and I had a good time. But Ferality Somna, dreams as a theme? I'm like, hell yes! I think I was mad because I thought it was going to be winter. Yeah, funnily enough, I thought it was going to be an Arctic theme. Just because I thought Umbra was in a desert, so let's do it in the Arctic just to be, like, the opposite. Because I was in a call with some friends when they announced it, and they made a little table to be like, what does everybody think it's going to be? And I went Arctic. I was first as well, because alphabetical order, so they were just like, Blue, what do you think it's going to be? And I was like, Arctic. But then we had another friend join in and they were like, the theme's going to be dreams because the Ferality area at the New Year's event had a bed in it. And I was like, that sounds like a good bet, and they were correct. I was like, I don't think my idea is correct anymore, but I'm not going to change it. Because some people were changing it of like, oh, I agree with them, I think it's going to be dreams, and they were changing it, and I'm like, I'm not going to change it, because if everybody just changes their guess to dreams, then we're not having a game, are they? I was like, I think they're correct, but I won't change. But yeah, I know that dreams as a concept is a very vague concept, but it for me, dreams conjures up the imagery of, like, star. It's very sort of night sky, because, you know, obviously you sleep at night generally, so it's, you know, like night sky, stars, and I love that aesthetic. We'll try to apply for a booth again. So I got a booth at Silver. I did not get a booth at Umbra. So my hope is, because I didn't get one at Umbra, I will get one at Somna is my hope, because I think they try to not double up too much. It's my hope. Obviously, it's never guaranteed. It's never guaranteed. But I did think when I applied for Umbra, I was like, I was in Silver, so I don't know the likelihood of me getting in. They say that it doesn't matter, but part of me thinks, like, it matters. I might try the Scary People. You don't have to man your booth. It's not like an IRL convention. You don't have to man your booth. Because there's multiple instances of the dealer's den, so it would be physically impossible for you to man your booth. I do have a photo of me at my booth because, like, why wouldn't you? You know, you get a booth at Ferality, so it's like, why wouldn't you? I might try then. Yeah, you should. VR chat. I put all my Ferality pictures in separate folders so that I can find them quicker. Me at my booth with a couple of my friends who are like, holy shit, you have a booth. I'm like, yeah! Umbra was the first Ferality that I didn't go as the leggy that I didn't go as the leggy. There's Aqua, with the Aquafin. And Umbra, I went as the Nova Beast. Look at these fucking nerds! Look at these beans! I did the avatars for both of these people! I did Calamity's clothing and retexture, and PK, as you know, is basically built from scratch. I love this picture. With the fucking eclipse in the background, this picture is so nice. This is my Nova Beast I like uploaded as a separate one, so I've got like my plain Nova Beast and I have my Umbra Nova Beast, and this is now the profile picture for the Umbra Nova Beast because this picture's so good. So yeah, considering I wasn't big on the theme, here's me taking a picture of a bunch of booths so that I can follow the artist because I was like, holy shit, this stuff is cool. Quaggy! I love Quaggy. Quaggy's great. Meetup? Went to a meetup. There's me and Calamity. Oh, you wanna know what's funny? You see this guy here? This guy who is looking at me, after the photo was taken, he ran up to me and went, "Is that a Monster Hunter glaive?" And I went, "Yes, it is." I love that there's a photo of him going, It's very funny to me. Obligatory photos of watching the fireworks. That's a nice one because you can see us all silhouetted against it. Ah, yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. That's background worthy. I went to one convention but decided to break my headphones. That was not my fault. Your headphones were broken when you got there. I still really appreciate that you did that. Core literally bought a Ferality ticket, doesn't even have a VR headset, literally bought a Ferality ticket to come and see my Ferality booth. Absolute sweetie. Ah, good times. I love going through these old photos. Me chilling with some good beans. We went to watch the fire display again with some other friends. There's Value, Mocha, and there's Max. Max is an absolute sweetie. Love Max. I've met Max in real life. Adorable. And Russet. I forgot their name for a moment. I believe it's Russet. I feel bad that I forgot that. Russet, I believe. Russo? Russo. Not Russet, Russo. Yeah, if we go to silver, obligatory Ferality fireworks photo with V and Voz. Why are my ears doing that? That's so silly. There we go, that's nice. If the theme for this year is dreams and like stars and stuff, then I'm hoping that there's going to be a gorgeous firework display. Yeah, so, last year was the first time that I went to Ferality not as the leggy, and this year there is the slight chance that it'll be the first time I go not as blue, because Kika matches the theme already without even trying, so it's very tempting to go as Kika. But I think part of me is going to be like, I still want to be blue though, because blue's just me. You know what, I might bring back, I called it the Neon Nights texture, which was a texture I did for a meetup party where I basically my main texture was unchanged, but I had this emission map, so I looked normal in the light, but the moment I walked into the dark, you would see these swirls. I was very happy with how this looked. Consider I did this before I had Substance Painter. So I was very pleased with myself with how well that came out. It's on my store page, which I think illustrates how happy I was with it. It's not store page, it's on my website. Not on 3D, it's on the commissions page. There it is. I was really proud of it. I need to update some of these. So I've done a few more retextures. Because this is the old Cobble. That's old one. I should put new one on there. New Cobble is on 3D page. New Cobble's on 3D page. Look at these guys. You can tell which stuff is older because it has grey backgrounds. And the newer stuff is blue backgrounds. Like, I think I did a good job with the Fire Dog Jex. No one's bought it, sadly, but I think it looks nice. Anyway. Yeah, I'm excited for Ferality. It should be good. You like Renamon? You guys like Renamon? You like Renamon, don't you, chat? You guys like Renamon, don't you? Yeah, I didn't sell any fire dogs, but I did sell 2 digital foxes if we're using their actual names that they are listed as, which is I didn't sell any Arcanines, but I sold two Renamons. I feel this question has another meaning. Don't Google Renamon. Furries like Renamon, okay? I'm sure that's not it's not surprising news, but furries like Renamon. Yeah, I can guess from that reaction. Yeah, you don't really need to know any more than that, do you? Non-furries also like Renamon also for reasons. Funnily enough, non-furries like Renamon for, I would say, similar reasons, which then makes you go, well, then you're a furry, and they go, no! And they go, and you sit and go, okay, if you say so. '80s was a weird time. '80s? Digimon was not in the '80s. Digimon Season 3. Early 2000s, you mean? It turns out that having distinctions between generations is stupid because every generation is fucking weird. It turns out humans are the same. People are just people. It turns out that people are just people. Line's a little far forward. I'm not talking about Digimon, I'm talking about sexy anthro females. Oh, well, yeah. If you mean just the furry fandom, yeah, the furry fandom's been around for years. I forgot which season Renamon was in, I was thinking late 90s. I mean, it's 2000, it's 2001 is when season 3 was, but, you know. I'm a worm. Oh, worm? Speaking of worms, we might play Wormtown this week. mentioned this briefly last night of like, I kind of want to do VR, but now I'm at the point where I want to do VR when the new Avatar's ready. So I guess I'm holding off that, so I think we're going to do Wormtown because, based on where I am, like, I think visually I could get the Avatar done this week, but I don't think I'd have the technical side of it done. Like, I don't think I would have all of the Unity work for it set up. Hello, Salty. So, yeah. So I think it's going to be Wormtown this week. Varicor just got an update. Yeah, well, it's in full access now. It's left early access. Yeah. Leaving early access. We're now in 1.0. Da-da-da. So I guess anything that they want to put in the game is in the game, I suppose. Worm! Is there ever that one game that you really want to get back into but you cannot for no reason at all? Not quite the same thing, but I have tried to complete the first Assassin's Creed game about 4 times and I still haven't. It's not that I'm really into it, I've just never finished it at all. And every time I try to, I just don't. Win! It's a win! I was saying with GTA 5, the story's so long, you were taking a leisurely pace like I was, yeah. I don't know what it was, because, like, I think it was, again, ADHD striking, of, like, there was always stuff to go around and explore, and, like, find, so I would just end up wandering around, and then I would come back to it and be like, the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna go do something else.
I'd begun to feel my host body had become quarrelsome and resistant. Hello? Who's speaking? I am me. I am you. You are me. We are we. I don't care. Who, what, why is... Oh my god.
Just realised I did this the wrong way around. I should have done the base red first.
No beginning to feel, no reflective gonzo journalism, and no demonic possession.
I am.
He was meant to resolve conflicts. You're just creating more pain.
There is no pain, no hurt. There can be no suffering if there is only Louis. I am Louis.
And this is your house, is it? Stop it now! This is too niche a content!
Silence, mortal. You have invoked Louis within your own mind, and for that there is no content too niche, no reference too obscure, no logical progression of joke too stupid and absurd. With thine eyes we see all, every conceivable past, every possible future, and every 12-year-old neo-Nazi, female bodybuilder, ultra-Zionist, and West Brom Baptist member that dares meet our gaze shall join our fold. Assure it to yourself, shall be Louis.
I was beginning to feel...
Deal with conflict, treat them kind. Hold their soul and bend their mind.
what's funny is that I love playing Monster Hunter. I have no desire to play Souls-like games, even though I've seen so many arguments of like, but the gameplay is basically the same, and I'm like, yeah, but also no. I got stuck in Revelations because one mission needed a certain amount of not breaking the synchronization. I kept struggling, not played any ASA since, but I wanted because Odyssey. That was the thing of, I think, like, because Assassin's Creed was being viewed at the time as, like, this groundbreaking franchise of, like, oh my god, it's so good. I, like, wanted to play it, and I felt like I just wasn't seeing what everybody else was seeing. And even now, I'm like, I should go back and complete it. But I feel like I need to maybe, like, try and complete it on stream so I can, like, that way I'm held accountable. And I need to maybe, like, just ignore getting all of the collectibles this time. And just go do the story. Because I'm that kind of person where I was like, I'm not going to play number 2 because I've not beaten 1. And I couldn't get through 1 because, yeah, it was clunky. Yeah, the thing is clunky compared to the others. 1 is the worst, but I'm the kind of person where I'm like, I don't want to play the others because I've not finished the first one. Squeaky chair, squeaky chair. I like 2 Souls games in my library and I'm too scared to touch them because of the nature of Souls games being difficult. Then again, I play roguelites which are equally, if not more, hard. That's the thing, this is the weird thing. I feel like Monster Hunter is the standout one of, like, Monster Hunter does have a bit of quite a bit of a difficulty curve, especially when you get to the end game. But in general, I don't like playing hard games, frankly. I just, yeah. Sorry if that's not very gamer of me. Frankly, I don't like playing hard games, I like playing easy games. I'm here for a fun time. I enjoyed Black Flag. I heard Black Flag was good. I think Spookers played Assassin's Creed as well and followed it, I think, up until Black Flag, and because that was the time that we were dating, he was talking about it, and like, oh, it's good, and but again, I was like, well, I want to play the first one, I want to do them in order. So I never got round to it. I think I literally own 1 through 3 on Steam, I think. I definitely have 1 on Steam. And I've tried, like, 3 times to complete it. If you guys see me playing Assassin's Creed again, then you'll know that this conversation is what's brought it on. Most Souls-like games just have to, are just depressing, whereas Monster Hunter, you're the hero and you have to save the day. That's true. That is true. It's very grimdark, and again, grimdark is not my thing. Also, Waves at Warhammer. Grimdark is not my thing either, of just like, everything is miserable, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I'm playing video games to escape misery, thank you very much. Is that... That's a spot on my screen, not a spot on the canvas. Wow. This is back when physical manuals exist. I love they reference not being able to swim in one as a glitch, and a note was made in the manual as an update about it. For AC2, that's fun. I love that flag, sound like the order thing. Yeah. You still have fun with a hard game if you happen to be a masochist with zero regard for yourself or your enjoyment for reasons I don't want to be forced to therapy. The thing is, Salty, I have friends who are like that. I have friends who are like, yum, 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 let me eat it up. Yes, please, keep kicking my head in. And I'm like, you have something wrong with you. I love you dearly, but I think you have something wrong with you. If you're watching, hi, I love you. Yeah, the who we doing ships thing in Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the standout. It's kind of how it was for me with Starfield. Fair enough. A little too close to the sun. Little too close to the sun. Hard games have this certain addictive flavour that's hard to pin down, like you want to stop but you cannot bring yourself to. That's kind of where the Monster Hunter thing comes from, of like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's weird that I don't like Souls-like games when Monster Hunter isn't a Souls-like game, but it has the same kind of flavour, you know, of like, I'm gonna keep getting my head caved in until I learn this fight, and then I will win, and I will feel like a god. Yo, oh shit! Don't even need to say their name, we know who they are. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, because they're a very dear friend. I wonder if they're going to join us for Monster Hunter, actually. I haven't asked them. Good year, Chris. Maybe it's because the monsters look cute, so it's okay. Crazy thing to say, I know. probably class some of the monsters as cute. Some of them definitely go into the more sort of edgy territory of like cool and stuff, but they don't go into eldritch horror like most Souls-likes do. It's like time to put 1,500 legs on it, and I'm like, no, let's not. I think that one's done. Ooh, I've had a response. I probably shouldn't check this on stream, but I need to know. Oh my god, that came out of nowhere. I've been sneezing a lot lately, what the hell? Sneeze jump scare. Yeah, that one came out of nothing. Okay, we might be okay. We might be okay. I'm not in the shit yet. This can be done online, over the phone, or in store. How do I do it online? Please let me do it online. How do I do it online? They say you could go do it in person, which we could technically go do because they're close enough, but they close at 5, which is when I stop working, so it's not going to happen today. Yeah, I got a response. I'm not in the shit yet. They say, yeah, we can do it, but you need to put a deposit down. And I'm like, okay, I would like to do that, please. How do I do that? This can be online, over the phone, or in store. I don't want to have to call somebody, and we can't go in store today because I'm working, so... How? How do I do it online? You didn't leave instructions. I'm gonna have to look at that after stream. This is not the place to do it. But we're okay for now. We're okay for now. But that is an important job that I need to do tonight, and I am going to tell Spook when he gets home to be like, I need to do this, that was a noise. I mean, you can click it if you want to. I make a lot of noises. I am a streamer who is also a dog. Which is also funny, because back in the day when I RP'd as Blue, it was also literally a bit that she would get angry that people would call her a dog. It was another reoccurring bit. My, what an interesting dog you have. I am not a dog. Oh, it can talk. Okay, so we're not fucked yet. Yeah. I think technically... Yeah, I'm probably just gonna... I think I'm gonna have to grab Spook. Hopefully he's not too tired. Because yesterday he just went straight to bed. Hopefully I'm gonna have to grab Spook, confess that I didn't do the thing I should have done like 3 months ago, and beg forgiveness for that, and then ask him to sit with me while we book the entire thing to ensure I do it correct. What is Blue? A furry? Okay, but what is she? Female? No, I mean, what is she? A streamer? I mean, I am female. Before people get confused. I'm a problem. Which is exactly what Spook will call me when I confess that I hadn't done this booking 3 months ago.
Hit me one time. Come on. Hit me twice. Oh, oh, ow. That's rather nice. Oil and grime.
Fuck. Angry.
Clouds and noxious smoke. Slime beneath me.
That might not look so good as well, but no, it's not a vector, so I can't manipulate it.
I see the world and all the creatures in it. Oh, I suck 'em dry and spit 'em out like spinach. 'Cause greedy human beings will always land ahead with the destruction of their worthless jungle land. And what a beautiful machine they have provided to slice a path of dawn with my sweet breath to guide it. Oh, 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 filthy brown acid rain pouring down like eggshell mane. Slime beneath me, slime up above. Oh, your love, my toxic love, yeah.
I might send them an email, just looking at it, because when I glanced at their website, it was like, how do I make a deposit? I might actually just send them a response to their email. It would probably be more convenient to do it online. How do I go about this? you very much. It would likely be simplest for us to book online due to work commitments. How might I go about this? Many thanks. Sounds alright. Because when I go on their website, there's a big green sticker that says, do a deposit. And I'm like, cool, I can't click on that. So how do I do the deposit? So yeah, I'm just going to send that to them so they hopefully... There we go. Sent them that. I love seeing little Growlithe next to my Arcanine. They're like the same size, but that's because all the Pokemon have to be the same size in Mystery Dungeon. They're either a 1 square or they're a 4 square Pokemon, and there's no in between. I didn't realise this bit of paper overlapped the sketch. But I can just move it down because it's on a separate layer. Also, I have done a slight oop, because I haven't. Got the scar on here. Because there are slight bits that poke out from under the patch. Funnily enough, I need to, like, reference that over there. Like fire, hellfire. Literally opening up the ref sheet in another window so that I can reference it. Okay, that was really funny. Guys, I opened up the picture, and to zoom in, I grabbed the zoom in slider, and it went, but, because it's the center of the fucking picture. That's not intentional. That's not intentional. That's not supposed to, okay.
I will find her. I will find her if I have to burn down all of Paris.
There we go. Excuse me. Again, I shouldn't draw that first. I need to fill it with red first. My phone just went off. Did they respond? They responded. Good. I'm not going to acknowledge that email, because if it's got instructions, then I don't want to dismiss the notification on my phone and forget. You know what? His entire snout looks a little bit long. That's a bit better. I want to go to Feralti as a normal ass looking human. If anybody asks me, if you're like, oh, would you like my cosplay? You know, you won't be the first is the thing. You won't be the first. Ferality Aqua, I want to say. Is it at Ferality Aqua? There's a picture of me saluting the flag. This one? No. Was it Aqua? Was it a different meter? It might have been not. It might not have been Aqua. I could have sworn it was Aqua. I don't know if I can remember now. Someone went as Boris Johnson. You know what's funny looking back? Bold was. Back when I first knew Voz, his avatar didn't have hair. And now it does. As we fast forward here, Oz has hair. I love this picture. I love this picture. Dragon Ball's more like hair loss. Wow! You can't say that. Tell you what, I'm gonna go make that cup of tea. Because I want it. And since it's the first time I'm standing up in a few hours, I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom as well. So we're having like a 10-minute break. I'm gonna stretch my legs and do all the stuff I just said. I'll see you in a few minutes. blah. I have made a cup of tea. Blah, 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 blah.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I'll let you take control. I can feel the paradise before
Well, that's weird, Core. That's weird.
and tonight that's something wonderful.
Hi, rodent. Blah.
Bad habits lead to late night and alone.
I'm just gonna sit and hold the mug for a minute to warm my hands. Where? Welcome back. I assume Spook had done a murder on you. Spook isn't home yet, and I'm not stupid enough to tell him about the bad thing while I'm still mid-work. But yes. As I said, I went to the bathroom and then I went to go make a cup of tea. You cannot rush the process. Making a cup of tea is good because it makes you stop for a minute. Warm hands. Warm up cold hands, please. Where? Stranger, I really know.
Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to wide eye, staring at space. And I know I lose
Ah,
things that I say.
I think we are warmed.
Way out now, I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, my bad habits lead to
A little bit on the hot side still. Right, we're gonna do the old tapering. Copy you. Grab this to thicken it. Thicken the whole thing by a factor of 2, I think. Looks good. And erase these bits. Colors. Fill the whole thing in red. Get ahead of myself again. I'm sad because he got caught stealing cakes. No, he got caught stealing minis. Same thing. Now, I think that snout is not rounded enough, actually. That's probably why it doesn't quite look Mouth coloured look like lipstick frosting. Dropped a quick edit in memes. You should have put that in Skywolf. But I see what you mean. Yeah. Wow. Ow! Ceremony's at 4. I thought it was at 4. I thought it was at 4. They couldn't find it written down anywhere. Writing it down. Thought it was at 4. Oh. Good. Thank you. Thank you for that, darling. I need to talk to you about wedding-related stuff. It's not urgent, so it doesn't need to be when you get home, but tonight.
Why don't you tell me what exactly I did wrong? Open to the bones, and all these flowers you trampled in the garden, replaced with stones. Looking at the two-way mirrors, white chapels and white walls fade away to dreams. Looking at the white veil
hoping they would catch the bear. Ooh.
Tell me, why won't you talk to me at all? Your face stuck to your phone, so we're like lilies. Well, we'll still grow without the sun. No, we won't be alone. Hold our hearts off to them. Those petty high school calls fade away to dreams.
They set fires to Curse's forest, hoping to stop all the spiders. I did!
Promises we made
And people are so ungrateful about it.
they set fire to the
That clip is literally from like a year ago, but I'm so tempted to make it a short. Because it gets brought up every time this song comes on. Because it's so ungrateful for me getting rid of the massive spider plague.
as we weathered out the storm. Keep me safe, keep me warm.
You go? Okay. Let me turn that off. Okay, I did both of these on the same layer, so I'm going to put them on separate layers. You go in there, you go in there. Right. Yep, that's partially. Some of those letters were correct. Left. I feel like it could be bingo, as it's not guaranteed even if I'm here. Eh. The moment it becomes bingo, you'll intentionally do it. Right, well, the art bits are all done, so it's mostly layout and the palette. Which I think I kind of want to talk with Pirate about, basically. Depends on if the song comes up and if I'm not busy working or otherwise engaged. Yeah. Let's try a palette V2. Hi, Pyra. I did message you to say, I'd had this idea, and I was going to run it past you, but I figured you were still asleep. Hello.
Fuck you, PK!
Wow. Wow. Hasn't even said, hello, honey, I'm home from work. She just ran here and went, you're cold! No!
Yes, it is cold outside.
I know.
That's why you should be in here in the warm.
I am.
With all the windows shut.
I am.
The window in the bathroom wasn't shut.
That's because I showered.
Yeah, you still shouldn't shut it. Because it was cold out.
But you're about to shower, so the window needs to be open.
No. No.
The window needs to be open because it steams up.
Nope, not doing it. It's got an extractor. Let's see.
Mm.
Extract you from the building via the window. Background spit.
You're doing it on purpose now, aren't you?
Yep. I'm gonna start taking bets off people. I'll have people DMing me. They'll be like, I need a background spook. And I'll be like, that'll be a tenner.
Tenner, please. No one's won bingo yet.
Paul's gonna hit me up.
We have important things for the wedding that need to be done.
Oh, such as?
We'll talk about them on stream, but we need to do them like after dinner or something. They're not so urgent that they've got to be done this minute, but they need to be done.
Serious stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Blue's getting serious now.
Yeah.
Blue's getting serious about our relationship. I don't know how I feel about it.
Imagine.
I might have to ditch this one. Start you! I know that one. Bye.
Love you. No, he's gonna do that. You put a ring on it.
Take it back.
No, you won't. I have Spook's PayPal, so don't encourage taking bets for bingo. No, it's not what bingo was for. Bingo was introduced to increase engagement.
Bingo was introduced to rob old women of gambling money.
I meant on stream, not in general. Anyway, to get back to what we were talking about, yes, I had the idea of putting the palette in the bottom corner because it's really, really scrunched up here, and I was never really happy with it. I think my keyboard really needs cleaning. I don't want it part of that. Scar. I'm putting teeth in here, but I actually need to add in additional colours for mouth, because we do have the open mouth reference. And then we're going to have eyes. So go back to here. Need you. Blah, you. Actually, you, because you're lighter. And you. Ah!
Payment for background spook.
Why? Why? Thank you for the bits. And then just another. Thank you. Thank you for the bits. I'm not encouraging this behavior. It actually went off. Oh. You sound surprised by that. Yeah, Pirate, if you still want the height thing, then I could probably try to work it in if you want. They tooted. They will never notice the hype train. I'm trying to concentrate on work, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm in the hyper focus brain space, but thank you. I thought you guys were just making goofy sounds. I did not realize, but thank you. Bleh. Bleh. I forgot to buy pork, so I can't make roast pork and taters, but what I can do is make roast taters and drown them in case. Fair enough. Carbs. Carbs. Wah!
Taters I precious. Boil em mash em stick em in a stew. Potatoes.
Potatoes! Hi, Dan. How you doing, darling? That film when a italicized L makes a better slash than the actual slash does. Well, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit in with the font at all. Good morrow, milady. Hello. One of your finest butt squeezes. Oh, we're fresh, I'm afraid. They're reserved solely for Spook. Wait, I have the perfect response for this. Wait. Here at Blue Sky Inc., we only squeeze the finest butts, so we all know the finest butt in the land is Spooks. Right, I just need to organise those swatches. then also text. I might move this up a little bit just to compensate for that. I need these to be separate, just so everything is in line with one another. Big. Blah. We're very close to being done. Oof. This one still doesn't look right for some reason. Ugh. No, we don't want you to do that. Don't want you to do that either. Clip, why you do that? Why? Try this way. Yeah, that's better.
To my dearest sister/wife Elizabeth, I am absolutely sick with grief at the news of Mother's death. I have buried myself in my studies, and I pray that I shall find a breakthrough before death finds me. May this loneliness end soon. Yours truly and humbly, Victor Frankenstein. And I'm reading my letters in my flat all alone. How I hate to spend the evening on my own. Blowing outside my window as I look around the room, and it makes me so depressed.
One more thing that I did notice earlier. I bookmarked it to address later. Bookmarked it in my brain, which doesn't always work, admittedly. Which is... I forgot to put the earrings on this ear. Gimme a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me come and dig up a grave? Just as a rough guide. Absolutely none. He's all gone.
What have I created? What have I done? Why have you created me? Just to suffer?
A river runs north through a mountain pass, through the treetop dreams in the violet sky. Reality repairs my illusion as I drift away into the night. The wind blows the sunrise away. As eternal darkness leaves me blind. When if I had one chance to
Make it all better. Would grab it and never let go. Thank you for the save.
I know a man who had the fire in his eyes and the spirit of 1,000 ghosts. Alone through the forest and the hills, and all the birds and the foxes sang. The wind blows the sunrise away. As eternal darkness leaves me blind. What if I had one chance to make it open? I will grab it and never let go. And if I had one chance to make us open,
I would grab it and never let go. Never let go. But no. I think slightly further up. basically just comparing their position with the rest of the ref sheet, and they're not really at the tip of the ear, they're kind of halfway along the ear. I think is about there-ish. Making noises. Okay. I put Yapper in mostly as a joke. I don't actually need that there. No, leave it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put it up there. I think... I'm gonna swap. I think I'm gonna swap these. I'm gonna put eyes up here. I'm gonna move these over here, and this over here. And I'm actually going to remove that bit of text that says eyes for reference because it's not needed to just be like. It's not needed because I specify always covered by a patch, so I don't need to specify the eyes are just for reference because it specifies that they always have the patch on. So that isn't needed, which reduces the size of that. Plus, that's next to the patch there, so that makes a bit more sense. location-wise. That fills that space. I'm going to move, spots don't need to be exact, slightly higher up. And I'm going to put in text down here that says no beans by the hand. But like there, just so the space is filled. Okay. Can I think of anything else? Can you think of anything else? Thinking hard. I like how it thought my mouth was open there when it wasn't. Oh, I do see a little thing that I have missed. A little teeny tiny detail. But the devil is in the details. Which is his little fangies aren't poking out here. Yeah, it's a little too little. Teeth. Oops. Wah. Can I spot anything else? Yes, I can. This one I did literally say, oh, I need to remember, and then I forgot, which was also to have scar detail. Yeah. A little bit there. Any more for any more? Scar detail that I wish you saw. What? Sarcasm, Mr. No Hill. What? Man. What? You can move down a little bit. So you can move down a little bit. Hot Chili Peppers. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Felt like there was a very obvious gap there and I didn't like it. It's scar tissue, but scar detail fit the moment, fair enough. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Oh, is it bothering you again? Let me see what I can do. Ah! Been working hard. I think it's done. Pyra, I don't know if you're still here. Can you spot anything? I think I've found everything. I think I found it and done everything. The scar's present on everywhere. Nothing I can think of. Fair enough. I think it's done then. I think it's done. And I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. Wow. Well, I guess I'll talk to you about the rest of it later on. And we'll end stream. There you go. And Spooky's coming in to ask for help and stuff. It's beautiful. Thank you, Dan. I'm really proud of it. It looks good, considering I've done like one other ref sheet. This is only my second ref sheet. I think it looks pretty great. Ticks all the boxes, can get clear colour picks, front and side. Got the clothes, got different expressions. Can't think of anything else. Wow. I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some Final Fantasy. There's no D&D tonight, and I'm not gonna do a backup stream because I have other stuff that I need to do. So I will see you tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good evening. Bye-bye.